We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. We ain't slowing down. We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. Yeah. No, we ain't slowing it down. Let's go.
We ain't slowing down, baby. Come and show me how. Gotta do it right now. You know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium. Pull up with a team and I'm ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating. I'm on everything I love. Work to the man above. Keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point, you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling. No, gotta keep it moving, keep it moving like we stole it. Though, rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are Interscope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint cause we know it's really working.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep
on
it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down,
Keep
never
on moving,
moving.
we keep on moving along.
moving, keep it moving,
Keep
keep
on
it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't
Keep it rolling,
slowing
keep it
it
moving. We
down.
ain't never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it rolling.
We ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down, never
Moving,
moving.
we keep on moving
Keep it
along.
moving, keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate? Oh, yes, everyone's been there. I haven't been there. I haven't, no, not me. I don't get involved in all that sort of nasty shenanigans. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're well, whatever you're doing. And Nazulium is here straight away. Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Nazulium. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. This is the last stream for me for the week. And I don't know what we'll be getting into. I sort of do, but we'll have a look. And then, Too Shy is here, everybody. Oh, yes, Too Shy is here. Good to see you, Too Shy. And the wonderful, beautiful, marvellous, incredible Beth Gish is here. Oh, yes. So, where are we today? So, apparently, I was talking yesterday. I'm not gonna show stuff on it again. But apparently, the woman, this is brilliant. The woman, right, that stabbed up 4 men in London yesterday, right, allegedly was what do they call them? They're not transvestites, are they? What are they called? What do they call them? These I can't remember what they're called now. What are they called? They're not. They used to be called trannies, didn't they? When a man dresses up as a woman. But now, apparently, when a man says he's a woman, he's a woman, right? And transgender. That's trans. Apparently, it was a transgender. Allegedly. Too many laughs, Gaz. Nazulium says, Gaz, did you look at those bug and salt guns? They are legal in the UK according to AI. No, I didn't. I haven't had a look at that. I will do after this, though. I will do. I've had other things going on, so I haven't had a chance. Well, it's sort of slipped my mind as well, to be perfectly honest. But I will look into it. Although firing salt around, chasing flies, I think would be a bit messy, wouldn't it? Too many laughs, Gaz. Too many. I know. Too many. I will look into it though. See what it's all about. It's got to be better than fly spray. that we have over here, because that's going to be really bad for you, I should imagine, over the long term, innit? I don't use a lot of that. I haven't got any left, to be fair. I've got me zapper. I've got one of these zappers, you see. And I do catch them now and again and give them a nice electric shock, which is quite lovely when it happens, to be honest. Anyway, for you Americanos, well, and for all of us, to be fair, but I found this to be a brilliant story going forward, although I don't think it's going to get to the root of everything ultimately. Fauci, COVID iPhone lands with Senate investigators as contempt vote hits. Yes, so the ouchie Fauci. Yes, they're on to Fauci in a big way over in Americano land, aren't they? Now, whether this is going to actually do anything in the long run, I don't know. I don't really know. I've had a lot more to say about the stuff, this COVID stuff in the past, in the dark web, and I don't really get into it on YouTube. I don't really do that here. But we'll read this because this is mainstream stuff, so we'll have a look at this. The walls are closing on Anthony Fauci again. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got to do something. Yeah, nobody got time for that. You didn't need that. A copy of the iPhone he used while running the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases during the COVID years has been transferred from the Department of Health and Human Services straight to the Senate Homeland Security Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin chairs the panel. And he's not playing around. Right, okay. Hopefully, this device will address many of the questions he refused to answer at last week's hearing, Johnson posted after the handoff. This is not some dusty archive box. This is the actual device the nation's top infectious disease official carried while discussions were made that locked down churches, shut schools and crushed small businesses, mine being one of them. It was crushed for some time. Crushed me for some time, all that shenanigans, I got to tell you. The same device that sat in his pocket while he publicly dismissed the lab leak theory and privately wrote notes that told a different story. The thing about the lab leak, right? See, I can't really get into it here, right? But anything they're selling on that subject, I just ain't buying. I just ain't buying it. Not any of it. Not nothing. Just days earlier, HHS dumped more than 1,000 papers of Fauci's personal journals onto Congress. Senator Ron Paul released them. In those entries from January 2020, Fauci already noted the Wuhan wet market was not the source of the virus, it was merely the amplifier. Really? Is that what they're sort of trying to pull that one, are they?
What?
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, ultimately, is there a thing? You know, the thing they're talking about, is there anything? Me personally, I say no. I'd say this.
All lies, it's all lies. Everything's a lie. All lies, nothing is true. It's all lies, it's a lie. It's all lies, people, it's all lies.
That is where I'd sit on this, to be honest, all of it. He still told the public for years that the market origin was the most likely explanation. The gap between what he wrote privately and what he said on camera is wide enough to drive a truck through. Last week, Fauci sat before Paul's committee under subpoena and invoked the Fifth Amendment 111 times. He accused Paul of an unhinged obsession. He claimed that the hearing was designed solely to put him behind bars. Well. Then he refused to answer almost every question about gain-of-function research, the Wuhan lab, or the decisions that upended American life. More than just American life. Everywhere, weren't it? It was everywhere. Today, the full Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee is scheduled to vote on holding him in contempt. I think that's actually passed, but we'll get into that in a minute. Paul has made clear he intends to refer the matter directly to the Justice Department if the vote succeeds. No full Senate vote required in his view. Fauci walks around with a preemptive blanket pardon issued by Joe Biden in the final hours of his presidency in January 2025. And that apparently, right, it's all dodgy. All the governments are dodgy now, aren't they? I mean, all of them. Mate, who's been to Epstein Island?
Everyone!
Oh, yeah, that's probably why, isn't it? Probably, allegedly. Biden claimed it was necessary to protect public services from politically motivated investigations. Republicans on the committee have pointed out the obvious. If the man is so innocent, why does he need a presidential get-out-of-jail-free card before any charges are even filed? And why plead the fifth over 100 times when the pardon supposedly covers him? The phone changes the equation. Text messages, call logs, deleted notes that might still be recoverable, communications with EcoHealth and Wuhan Institute of Virology, and the circle of scientists who work so hard to shut down the discussion of a lab origin. I would say of any origin. Any. What? Any origin. Any. Where did the flu go? Just saying. Where did the flu go? Oh, the flu got an old flu gone. Really? Really? The flu's gone, has it? Yeah, okay. I can't really say what I think on here. I just can't. I'd like to, but I can't. Investigators already have millions of additional pages from government servers. 4 Republican-led states have opened their own probes. The paper trail keeps growing. Scripture cuts through the noise. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. That is Luke 8:17. The God who sees in secret has a way of bringing things into the light at the appointed time. Fauci spent years as an unchallenged face of the science. He silenced dissenters. He mocked those who questioned lockdowns and mandates. Now the devices and diaries he never expected the public to see are sitting on Senate desks. I hope it really reveals something proper. A presidential pardon may shield a man from federal prison. It does not rewrite history. It does not erase the economic wreckage, the learning loss in a generation of children, or the deaths that followed policies sold as unquestionable truth. And it certainly does not stop the American people from learning exactly what was said and done behind closed doors when the cameras were off. Johnson and Paul are not finished. The phone is only the latest piece. More document transfers are expected. The contempt vote is this morning. Whatever the Justice Department does or fails to do with a referral, the record is being built in public. That is how accountability works when the institutions that were supposed to deliver it failed for years. Fauci once told the country he represented science itself. The iPhone and the journal suggest something more ordinary, a powerful official who preferred control over transparency. The senators now holding those records intend to let the public decide which version is true. Clicking the link, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it was all in lockstep, weren't it? It was weird how just about every country in the world just did everything the same, around about all at the same time. How does that work? There's so many things to this. Well, I used to do it all when I was on the streaming on the dark side of the internet, because I couldn't do it here. Couldn't do it on YouTube. YouTube wouldn't have you say anything really. Well, you'd have bits, But if you really got into it, like you put a really opposing view, which I had many, because I was doing lots of, which you shouldn't have done. Remember when they said don't do your own research? Don't do any of your own research. But all the media outlets, everybody, all the media, all the talking heads, famous people, politicians, everything, all saying the same stuff, just trumping it all out. And where are we today? I haven't had anything. I didn't do any of it. I didn't wear a mask, didn't social distance, nothing. I'm still here. Loads of people I know are still here. Do you know what I mean? It's just insane. Nazulium, Dr Fauci had an adverse effect from taking the shot and lied to the public about it, but repeatedly recorded it in his government-owned journal. Oh, right, I didn't know that. Why would anybody take that? They just brainwashed, in my opinion. So many people were just took in by it all. Anyway, it carries on. It goes even further. US Senate committee votes to hold Fauci in contempt over COVID hearing. I think they've won this vote. I don't know if it will say it in this article because this was from earlier when I looked at it. A US Senate committee has voted to hold, they have done it, has voted to hold former top health official Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress after he refused to answer questions during a hearing examining his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. It'd be interesting to see how this goes, or if it goes the distance, and what if anything happens to him. You know what I mean? I don't know how real these things are. I don't know. I don't know if they're just to cover up something else. If it's a distraction, look over here while they're doing something down there. I don't know. But I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. The vote, which fell along party lines, clears the way for the committee to refer the case to the Justice Department for potential prosecution for failing to comply with congressional subpoena. It remains unclear whether the department will pursue the case. Probably not. During his testimony last week, Fauci invoked his constitutional right against self-incrimination more than 100 times, arguing that Kentucky Senator Ron Paul was trying to put him behind bars. Well, yeah. In a statement following the vote, Fauci's lawyer called it a crude political stunt being conducted to punish Dr. Fauci for exercising his constitutional right. The origins of the pandemic have been a matter of strong debate in the US, including between President Donald Trump, who was in office when it began in 2020. He was what's he called himself? The father of the jabs, or something like that, isn't it? Yeah, you know. And look at Trump now. Look at. I mean, just look at where we are with it all now. Where Trump was when he said all these things he used to say. Why have these? We're not having any wars. The economy's going to be better. All this stuff he used to say, didn't he? And look at him now. Look at what he's doing now, and what he's been doing. Who went to Epstein Island, mate?
Everyone!
Yeah, I remember. Who was in office of public health officials, including Fauci. Senator Ron Paul has for years accused Fauci of attempting to hide its origins. See, I don't go for the origins with me. I don't go for any of that. I just don't. No, I don't see it like that. Of funding a research lab in Chinese city of Wuhan, where some believe the pandemic began with a lab leak. Most scientists believe that exposure to an infected animal is more likely origin for the pandemic, which we never saw. How many of you saw that in your daily life? How many of you went out your house, walked down the street and stepped over somebody's dead body on the street regularly, if at all ever? No, none of you. I know, because neither did I, and neither did anybody that I know. Nobody. People were dying, but people are always dying. That happens every day. Every day, 24 hours, 365, constantly. That's just how it is. You know, and if you had a test, yeah, one of those tests which they were so keen for everybody to have, the test, and then you died within 28 days of the test, then that went on your certificate. Makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense whatsoever. Nazulium says, many of the things Fauci told Congress in his first hearing while being questioned were lies. He recorded in his journal the opposite of what he told Congress. That's why they want to hold him in contempt. Excellent. But what's this pardon, though? Does that pardon protect him from all that? You know, and why hasn't Trump, right, overturned that pardon? Because apparently that was done with auto pen. Well, but Trump's gone, oh no, I'm going to allow it, you know, we can allow it to stay, he's got a pardon. You know, it's mad. That's why he got the pardon. Former President Joe Biden gave Fauci a preemptive pardon. Preemptive. On his last day in office in 2025, protecting him from federal prosecution for his actions between 2014 and 2025. But Fauci could still face charges for anything after that date, including contempt of Congress. He could... so after that date then, he's open to it. He could also face state or local charges that are not covered by the pardon. The chair directed Anthony Fauci to answer. He refused. Kentucky Republican Ron Paul said ahead of the vote, that is what we are voting on today. Not his opinions, not his policies, not anything he said from the podium 6 years ago. We are voting on whether a witness who has received the benefit of a federal pardon can be ordered by his committee to answer questions and then defy that order without consequence, he added. The top Democrat on the committee, Michigan Senator Gary Peters, defended Fauci, accusing Paul of a rushed investigation and years-long campaign to prosecute Fauci. Fauci has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and last week accused Paul of having an obvious obsession with prosecuting him. The only conclusion I can reach is that the sole reason he is calling me before the committee is to get me to say something, anything that could violate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, behind bars, Fauci said. Paul and committee's Republican chairman bypassed a full Senate vote on the contempt resolution, saying he did not want to waste time going through the procedure. Normally, contempt resolutions passed by the committee go to the full Senate, where they require a 60-vote majority. Republicans currently hold 53 seats in the 100-member Senate. In a statement quoted by US news outlets, Dr. Fauci's lawyer, David Schertzler, is that one of them lot? Is Shalom all along? Is it Shalom all along, do you think? It sounds a bit Shalom all along. Called on the Senate to reject Senator Paul's meritless and politically motivated contempt resolution. For years, Senator Paul has proclaimed to anyone who would listen that Dr. Fauci should be prosecuted and put in prison. Schertzler added, Dr. Fauci has committed no crime and Senator Paul knows it. Schertzler had previously argued that he believes that the former top health official is on solid legal ground going forward, adding that Paul may be a doctor, but he is not a lawyer. Paul worked as an eye surgeon until he got elected on the Senate in 2010. We are completely confident that Dr. Fauci has a valid Fifth Amendment privilege here and is on solid legal ground in asserting it, Anthony David Schertzler said in an email to CBS and the BBC's US partner last week. Taking the Fifth is not an admission of guilt. It is designed to protect individuals against coercion, mistakes and unfair shifting of the burden to provide proof of wrongdoing. Contempt procedures and convictions are rare. In 2024, former Trump allies Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro were both convicted of contempt and sentenced to jail sentences, marking the first convictions since the 1980s. Gun is here, everybody. Good to see you, Gun. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that as the weeks go by, or the days go by, see what happens with the old Fauci. Me personally, I think it's all just a big load of crap anyway, all of it. I don't think anybody's going to be, certainly not in the UK. Who's going to be held accountable over here for all that that went on? Nobody's going to be held accountable over here for anything. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter. It's like was it Goebbels that said, the bigger the lie, the more people will believe it.
The Führer couldn't have said it better himself.
Something like that anyway. It was one of them lot anyway said it, didn't they? Something like that. And it seems that it was true, because it was like some of the farcical stuff they got people doing, and people did it, and it was like, what are you fucking doing? You know what I mean? Everybody lost their mind. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not.
I know, mate. You let it settle. Anyway, we're still in Americano land. This is quite a thing. Like, you can believe anything. Like, you can believe anything at this point, this man says. Trump denies US weapons shortage and says information leakers will be hunted down. Oh, what we got here then? we got the supreme leader of the Americano land, and apparently the most powerfulest man in the world, apparently. It's quite frightening, really, when you look at it like that. So what do we got? President Donald Trump has denied reports that the US is suffering a munitions shortage and vowed in a social media post that his administration would seek long-term jail sentences for those suspected of leaking information. Well, if the information's real and they're leaking it, why would you... If it's not real, the information, why would you be worried? If you have got loads of missiles, why would you worry about it being leaked? You'd be like, well, look, you can say what you want. We got loads of missiles. We got more missiles than anyone in the Americano land. Oh, that's my throat. I shouldn't do that. Yes! Oh my God. Now, if you don't know what that is, oh my Lord above, that is pretty good, isn't it, really? That came out of nowhere, didn't it? If you don't know what that is, right, that is me celebrating, of course, because somebody went to there and probably donated on that, for that. Now, it's going to be a long old road to get up there, to get to that. I'd love one of them. I'd love one of them. I've got 3 monitors in front of me, and they're all quite old. And this costs you know what I mean, to do these sort of things. And I don't do it for the money or anything. I do it because it's my hobby. But if you appreciate the stream and you want to go on there and make me do that little dance again, just make a tiny little donation on there for that, towards that. I think it was towards that. I'm not sure. It'll give me an email. Yes, I've got an email. Who was it from? Let me see. Does it tell me? Beth Gish, you legend. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. What was that? Oh, it's just come in. It's just come in, has it? Was that? And it does a cha-ching thing as well. That's new. That's new, isn't it? Oh, look, and you're there. Oh, look, it puts you up there as well. Come on, people. Join in. Nuzulium, you know you want to. Nuzulium.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not.
Look, I'm grifting, mate. I'm going to grift, right? I used to be a great grifter on the dark side of the internet. Thank you very much anyway, Beth Gish. That is absolutely wonderful from you. $13.48. We've got a long way to go, though, but that bar, if we can get that bar going across there, over time, that'd be great. I'd even do a video of the unboxing of it. Do you know what I mean? Imagine that, a nice little video of unboxing it all. Exciting. Anyway, it's put me right off. But thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Oh, God. Right, anyway, back to Trump. And he's got loads of missiles, hasn't he? He says he's going to give long-term jail sentences for those suspected of leaking information. The US has massive amounts of munitions, especially of certain types, Trump posted on Thursday morning. Additionally, large amounts are being manufactured and shipped to the US as needed. With the war with Iran in its sixth month, he said it was going to be over in a matter of days or weeks, didn't he? 6 months later. 6 months later. Fucking hell. Trump and the Pentagon are facing mounting questions about the state of the military's arsenal. The US and Iran have continued to trade strikes despite multiple pauses in fighting, and a deal to fully end hostilities remain elusive. The administration has sought to assure Americans that US missile stockpiles remain robust, even after the military used vast quantities of difficult-to-manufacture weapons during the combat operation known as Operation Epic Fury, and the tit-for-tat strike since. CBS News, the BBC's US partner, reported the US has used much of its global stockpile of long-range precision missiles during the war, citing two unnamed sources with direct knowledge of the subject. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reported on Wednesday evening that Trump has confronted Defense Secretary Peter Hegseth last week over a possible weapons shortfall, also citing unnamed sources. The BBC has not confirmed the report. We shouldn't be talking about them, BBC. I thought you were supposed to be the arbiter of the true news. Speculation then, isn't it? What are you speculating for? The leakers of these treasonous statements are being hunted down, Trump said in a post on True Social. Long-term jail sentences will be sought. Oh, God. Gunn says, Operation Epic Bullshit. Yeah, I'll buy that one, Gunn, as well. Yeah, definitely. Precise information on US missile stocks remains classified. Since becoming secretary, Hegseth has sought to put in place strict controls limiting the information that reporters can gather from the Pentagon as well. Using publicly available data, the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, a national security think tank, estimated that by the end of July, the US had between 759 and 827 Patriot missiles left, down from 2,330 before the conflict began. It also estimates the US has now used around 60% of terminal high-altitude area defense (THAAD) missiles, which are deployed to intercept strikes. Mark Carsian, a retired Marine Corps colonel and senior advisor at CSIS, said on Wednesday. The US is also facing demand for its weapons beyond the conflict with Iran. Are they started fighting again yet? He stopped bombing them, didn't he? And I am suspicious that the reason that I don't want to get a long American prison sentence, so this is only speculation. It's allegedly on my part, right? That they have actually really ran out of weapons. Really, they just haven't got any left. That's why they stopped attacking Iran, because nobody expected Iran to fight back like this, did they? I mean, people with a brain did. We all sort of went, "Oh, that's not going to be a good idea, mate." They're not going to sit back. They've had years to defend. This has been going on. They were on the axis of evil, weren't they? Under Bush. Do you know what I mean? When he said they're on the axis of evil, they're going to do this. Iran was on it. If you're a country, right, who says, right, eventually we're going to attack you. Over the next 20 years, you're going to be making preparation to defend yourself, aren't you? How do these people get into what led? See, that was the other thing. I was thinking about this the other day. In America, you got two main parties, like the UK, I suppose, like everywhere. It's the same, and it's a puppet show. But you've got the donkeys and you've got the elephants. So you can be led by donkeys or you can be led by elephants. But either way, you're being led by a donkey or an elephant. Too many laughs, guys. Too many. Oh, yes. It has given Ukraine sufficient... Right. It has given Ukraine significant supplies of Patriot missiles since Russia invaded in 2022, but the US stock shrink Kansian experts, the Pentagon... what? Okay, it's how they write it. But the US stock shrink Kansian expects the Pentagon to hold on to them. At a cabinet meeting on Friday, Trump told reporters that granting Ukraine's recent request for additional Patriot missiles would be a big step, but the two countries were still talking about it. Apparently, Russia's been banging into Kiev now, and there's been nothing to stop anything. Nothing. Ukraine's got nothing. Apparently there's been some major, like when the Ukraine went after their wheelbarrows. I think it's called wheelbarrows or wildberries. They were like the equivalent to Amazon, big warehouses. Well, Russia have done it to them now. Blew up loads of their stuff. Blew it to smithereens. And apparently there was nothing, no interceptors. Nothing. Everything went through and just went bosh, 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 bosh. How long can all these things go on for? Right. Many modern weapons have long funding, order, production and delivery timelines, making it hard to swiftly replace munitions once they are used. The administration has consistently stated that the US has enough in its stockpile. Trump told the Wall Street Journal last month, "We have far more munitions than anyone in the world." You can't make it up, can you? It's just fucking... Of course you have, mate. Of course you have, mate. And far more than we need. Yes, that's what you... Yes, of course you have. You got loads, haven't you? You got loads of it. Hegsworth, meanwhile, called reports of a stockpile shortage a manufactured story on a 14th of June appearance on CBS, Face the Nation. But the administration has also said it is ramping up production, with Hegsworth saying the US was working quickly to manufacture more weapons. Last month, he asked the US Senate for emergency funds totaling $87 billion. Fucking hell.
What?
Yeah, that's 68 billion pounds to pay service members and rapidly replenish equipment and munitions. 68 billion. That's massive. Nazulium says, if Iran has hypersonic missiles, why haven't they sunk any carriers or battleships with them? Well, apparently, Nazulium, they're out of range now. Apparently, see, what was happening, some of these ships went near in the beginning, didn't they? And then they ended up coming away, and they said the toilets were blocked. There was a fire in the laundry room. There was all these things that they were saying, the reasons why they had to pull their ships back to dock. And a lot of experts have said, no. What happened is they were hit. So they had to pull back. And apparently, the American, as far as I know, the American ships aren't within range now. They've pulled them, they're out the way. They're right back, because it's apparently. But I don't think they'll... I think, it seems to me, from what I've seen, I don't know how true any of this is, but it seems to me, from what I've seen, that the harder the Americanos hit them, the harder they strike back. And it's like, it's just a war of attrition now. Apparently Iran can go on forever like this. Do you know what I mean? They can literally, they're all underground, that you can't do a land invasion. But every time, like, the America... Well, so say, for example, Iran fires up these missiles that cost 30 grand, or these drones. Well, these missiles that the Americanos have been firing up cost fucking loads of money. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds, if not like $1 million or something. You know, they cost a fortune. So it's like, just the economy of it. The economy is like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. So for everything, so they can throw out loads of 20 grand, 30 grand drones, and the America's got to send millions of dollars worth of missiles to try and stop them. And that's why they're running out, because that's what they've been doing. Because in his wisdom, Trump went in illegally with Netanyahu and attacked him in the middle of negotiations in the beginning, and it was nothing to do with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, because the Strait of Hormuz was open. It was nothing to do with them having nuclear weapons, because, as they said, the Ayatollah at the time, he said they will not build nuclear weapons. They wouldn't build it. And now you could say, yeah, but they might. Yeah, Israel's got them, Pakistan's got them, India's got them, we've got them. Who else has got them? America's got them, and Russia's got them, China's got them. So it's not like nobody's got that. North Korea's got them. It's, you know, what do you do? But no, we all know. We all know why Trump and he went in, and we all know why, don't we? Because of Israel. Because it appears to me to be we're at the point where Shalom all along controls the lot. It's a major factor in everything. You know what I mean? It's not like they haven't got any influence, that's for sure. I'd say they are the tail that's wagging the dog, me personally. But we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, you know, while we can. And then we go closer to home in the UK. So in the UK, we've got all this lovely stuff still going on. Arrests and injuries amid anti-immigration disorder. People aren't happy. People aren't happy about what's going on over here. I saw a thing the other day where these little girls, there's a village somewhere, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a village. And they're going to put, the village has got, say, something like 600 people there. Right? I could be absolutely wrong on the numbers, so you'll have to look into it for yourself. But it's something like there's 600-800 people that live in this village, and they're going to put 1,200 illegal immigrants there. And the little kids are writing messages. To the Prime Minister, and little videos. Please, I like walking to my friend's house and playing in the park, but I won't be able to do that anymore. No, you won't. No, you definitely won't. It's a joke. This is all a fucking joke, all this stuff that's going on. Anyway, and people are not happy. But let's see how the BBC's covering this, shall we? 2 police officers have been injured after a second night of disorder in a market town which has seen anti-immigration protests. Yeah. Norfolk police said significant police resources were deployed to Thetford on Wednesday to maintain public safety after a large group gathered on Clover Way. The force said members of the group became physically aggressive towards officers. A male officer was struck with a rock and a female officer was seriously bitten, breaking the skin. Assistant Chief Constable Julie Dean said, "We will not stand by and allow violence to take place, whether that is directed towards members of the public, local residents or police officers carrying out their duties." The scenes followed unrest on Tuesday in St John's Way, Brackham Road and Elm Road, when properties were damaged with windows smashed and fences broken, and people attempted to break into a residential property, police said. The Labour MP for South West Norfolk, Terry Jermy, Jermy, J-E-R-M-Y, Jermy, Terry Jermy. Is that right? Am I right? J-E-R-M-Y, Jermy, Terry Jermy, said the ugly scenes in Thetford over the past few days have been difficult to watch and are deeply concerning. A man in his 30s was arrested on suspicion of a public order offence on Wednesday afternoon following Tuesday's disorder. He was released and issued with a conditional caution. In the early hours of Thursday, 2 further arrests were made following Wednesday's unrest. One man, aged in his 40s, remains in custody and a 68-year-old man from Thetford has been charged with the possession of an offensive weapon, namely a wooden bat. Mob rule. ACC Dean promised robust action to the disorder, adding, "We will always facilitate and support the right for peaceful protest, and we recognise that people may hold strong views and feelings about issues." Damn right we do. Our role is to keep people safe. We have a duty to protect everyone in our communities, maintain public order and prevent harm. We will not stand by and allow violence to take place, whether that is directed towards members of the public, local residents or police officers carrying out their duties. They've already said this. Jeremy, am I saying this right? Look, J-E-R, right, let me type it in. Look, let me just copy and paste it in, right? You tell me, Beth Gish will do it. She'll tell me how to pronounce this. You'll tell me how to pronounce that, won't you? Look, Jeremy. Jeremy? Is that how would you pronounce that? As previously called on the Home Office to end secrecy and confusion around plans to house more asylum seekers in former military barracks, including an RAF Barnum near Thetford. In a statement, he condemned the unrest, saying people have been pulled from their homes, a place of safety, and forcibly removed, with reports of members of the public breaking into homes, taking property and smashing windows. Yep, Jeremy. It's Jeremy. What a name. This would have been utterly terrifying for the people in those properties, and also very worrying for neighbouring residents. If the neighbouring residents weren't outside protesting as well, of course. I don't know the immigration status of the people placed in these properties or their legal status, but I know they are human beings, and that must be afforded the same rights that we all expect in this country. Yes, but if you're illegal, that's breaking the law. We're supposed to have rules and laws against this stuff. So if you're illegal, you shouldn't be getting housed. You should be going to prison or deported, surely. Whatever our own individuals' views on immigration, mob rule and vigilantism is not acceptable. Is it though? No, it's not, is it? Because I'm on YouTube and that, and hate speech laws and all that. So yes, it's not acceptable. Don't be a vigilante, all right? Whatever you do, don't do it. Okay?
Don't talk like one of them. You're not.
I know, mate, but you know what I mean? I've got to toe the line on it. It's so settled. The Home Office has been contacted by the BBC for comment. Yes, oh well, so there you go. So we've got more of that kicking off. And I think over time, personally, I think over time that's going to become, it's already a massive issue. But, you know, it's only going to take another couple of incidents, surely, these bad incidents. We're seeing stuff every day now. Every day something's happening now. And now we've got the not transvestites, are they? Well, transgender. Allegedly, the woman who did the stabbing in London yesterday was actually a man dressed as a woman. But all the media's going, this woman. What the it's like incredible.
What?
Yeah. That's how it is now. It's just clown world. It's fucking crazy, mate. Anyway, we've got another story for you. Have a look at this one. This is mad. Ukraine hits 2 oil refineries deep in Russian territory. Yep, they're still at it over there, and they're going for the oil. Now, is all this by design? I mean, I do ask you, is this all by design, or is this... Because they keep going, everything's the oil, isn't it? Oil and gas. And all the other ramifications that it has, like on fertilisers and everything else. It makes me wonder what this place is going to look like in 12 months from now. You know what I mean? This time next year, I've got a dread feeling what it's going to be like. Let's have a look. Ukraine said it has hit 2 oil refineries in multiple strikes deep inside Russia, with patrol boats and other vessels in the Black Sea also hit. President Volodymyr Zelensky said the Bashneft Novoil and Slavekt Yanos refineries were struck in the attacks aimed at limiting oil revenues Moscow uses to finance its war. These words. Yaroslav Regional Governor Mikhail Everav said, it's like fucking spaghetti letters. Everav said Slavenleft Yavanos was on fire. I might as well be going Ziggy Bob and Lagaleggy and Shoo-ba-da-boo, da-boo-da-boo-da-boo-da-boo. Do you know what I mean? Too many laughs, guys. I know. Why don't they just give them like the English equivalent? Like if one of them's called like Robert, why don't they just call him Robert and then like put his name in brackets? Is how he says it, and then put in English Robert, or just make it up, just so it's easier to fucking read. Oh God, Yanos was on fire after what he called the largest enemy drone attack. He said 4 people were injured. Meanwhile, Ukraine said at least 11 people were killed in Russian attacks, and the southern city of Kherson reported a total blackout. Russia said it targeted fuel, energy, and transport facilities. It's mad. Both Russia and Ukraine have in recent weeks intensified attacks on major cities, energy facilities, and warehouses, as the vast front line remains virtually static, and all mediation efforts to end the war have brought no breakthrough. Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion. Always do that, don't they? They always do that, don't they? Full-scale invasion. It was a military. It was a special military operation. That's what he called it. I'm waiting for when Russia just declare a full military attack. Then I'll read it like they say it. Yes, they've literally now, Russia has launched a full military invasion. Because I think it'd look a lot worse if they did. A lot worse. I ain't saying it ain't bad, but I'm saying it'd look a lot worse. Full-scale military invasion in Ukraine in February 2022. Zelensky said on Thursday that the struck Bazhneft Novoil refinery in Russia's Bashkortostan Republic was about 1,300 kilometres, 808 miles from the Ukrainian border, whereas Slavnek was almost 435 miles away. The Ukrainian president also said that 2 military patrol boats and Shadow Fleet vessels were hit in the Black Sea, referring to tank. See, where are they getting the technology from? Where is Ukraine getting the technology from and the GPS coordinates and all that? Is it Starlink? Some say it's Starlink, Elon Musk. And they're using like British, and the West's technology to help them target. Some say they're actually using the West's people to do this as well. How long's Russia going to put up with it properly? I don't know. Black Sea referring to tankers used by Russia to illegally export sanctioned oil. Russia must choose peace, Zelensky said, adding that Ukrainian attacks were strengthening chances for diplomacy. Everev said 93 drones were shot down over Yaroslav region overnight. Falling debris hit the oil refinery's storage tanks. Emergency services are working to extinguish the fire, he said. BBC Verify confirmed multiple videos and images shared on social media showing huge smoke plumes rising from the refinery. In one of the verified images, there appear to be at least 4 fires at the site. Energy generating infrastructure at Yaroslav has been targeted a number of times by Ukraine. The authorities in Bashkortostan have not publicly commented on the reported Ukrainian attack on the Bashneft Novoil refinery on the 5th of August. In Ukraine, 3 people were killed in the town of Balakalia, Kharkiv region in an overnight Russian drone attack, the country's state emergency service, DSNS, said. It said private residential houses were targeted with fires reported in 2 buildings. Kharkiv regional head Ola Shinelabov later said that another 2 people were killed when drone attacked the train station in Lazova. Another 8 people were injured. Later on Thursday, 5 people were killed in Russian strikes on the central Dnipropetrovsk region. Yeah, there. Local officials said something like that. In the south, the entire city of Kherson lost electricity after a critical infrastructure facility was hit overnight. Regional head Olesk Produdugdin said. I don't know. I don't speak in Russian, do I? Internet monitoring group NetBlocks told BBC Verify it had observed deep disruption to connectivity in the Kherson region. According to telemetry data, internet connectivity fell to about 31%, to its lowest overnight. The situation was ongoing and connectivity was about 69% as of 12 GMT. NetBlocks head of research Ishk Matur said connectivity did not fall to zero in part due to the use of generators and backup supplies in Kherson. In Ukraine's Black Sea port of Odessa, 1 person was killed when Russian hit 2 dry cargo ships. Meanwhile, the Russian military said its forces intercepted or shot down 605 Ukrainian drones overnight over a number of regions. In its latest operational update, the military said it struck Ukraine's fuel, energy and transport facilities, as well as drone storage sites. It's just on and on. It's just on. This costs a fortune, all of this war, you know. Absolute fortune. Loads of money. And I'll leave you with this. You know, this is where we are in the UK, basically. You'll all understand this when I read it. It's no big deal. Referrals to prevent anti-terror scheme at record high. Well, I wonder why. I wonder why people have, more than ever have been reported to the anti-terror scheme. I wonder why. I wonder what could be happening. Oh, I'm so puzzled by it. I'm so puzzled by what could be happening. Fucks. Nearly 10,000 people were referred to the government's anti-terrorism scheme, Prevent, in the year to September 2025. Home Office figures show a record number for the programme. That was 2025. We're 2026 now. What's it going to be like then? Figures show 10,293 referrals were made in England and Wales for 9,957 people, up by 33% from the previous 12 months and the highest number in a single year since records began in 2015. Where the age is known, 393 referrals were for children under 10. Fuck. What? Hang on, what? You what? What? What?
What?
Yeah. Where the age is known, 393 referrals were for children under 10. The largest proportion concerned 11 to 15-year-olds and 36%, followed by 16 to 17-year-olds at 13% of referrals. The Home Office said the spike was in part due to heightened public awareness of Prevent after the Southport attacks in July 2024, where a teenager killed a teenager. Oh, fuck. Killed 3 girls at a dance class. Axel Rubicada was 17, the Welsh choir boy, when he stabbed 11 children and 2 adults, killing 9-year-old Alice de Silva Aguara, 7-year-old Elise Dot Stankum, and 6-year-old BB King at a Taylor Swift themed yoga and dance workshop. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, so the streets are full. They're gonna get fuller and fuller, aren't they? But don't worry, Don't worry, the government's got it all under control. We're all going to be perfectly fine. Everything's hunky-dory. I'm sure it's all going perfectly to plan. Anyway, that's me for this stream. I will be back on Monday, God willing, and I hope to see many of you then. Thank you for any of you that came in. If any of you do feel a bit flush, got a couple of spare quid, and you want to help me with this little task, that would be very much appreciated. Grift, guys, I will grift. I do not earn any money from these streams, obviously. Why would ya? Why would ya? Who would think such a thing, to be fair? But anyway, I'll be back on Monday, God willing, 7 o'clock UK time. Until then, have a great weekend. Stay safe, be well, and don't have nightmares. Although I probably will. See you later.
We keep on moving. We keep on moving along. We keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down.
We ain't slowing
keep
down.
on moving. We keep on moving along. We keep on rolling.
Yeah,
No, we ain't slowing it down.
let's go. We ain't slowing down, baby. Come and show me how. Gotta do it right now. You know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium. Pull up with a team and I ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating. I'm on everything I love. Work to the man above. Keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point, you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling. No, gotta keep it moving like we stole it. Though, rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are in a scope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working.
Keep on moving.
Moving,
We keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down,
Keep
never
on moving.
moving.
We keep on moving along.
Keep it moving, keep it
on
rolling.
rolling. No, we ain't
Keep it rolling,
slowing
keep it moving,
it
we
down.
ain't never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best.
Keep on moving.
Moving,
We keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down, never
Moving.
moving.
We keep on moving
Keep it
along.
moving, keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate?